Significant as the Baylor game or even more so than UCTV? Much more. Yeah, it was much more.
All right, Chip, you want to start us off?
Geno, what happened there after Arkansas put up that late shot? Did you guys try to get a timeout earlier, or how did the clock kind of get away from you there at the end?
Yeah, sorry. Hey, Chelsea, Coach Neighbors is really credited you with being the first person that needed Arkansas.
That's my bad. Hang on.
They have 37 points to get that win over UConn.
Can you ask the question again? I had him muted.
Geno, what happened after Arkansas put up that late shot? There was about 4 seconds left, and you guys were kind of late to get the timeout called. Was there an attempt to make an earlier timeout, or what happened? Did they not see you?
Yeah, no, it was, it was going to be a timeout. And, we had a strategy in the huddle that, if there was enough time left and we could get a breakaway. I said, if we rebound and there's, under 5 seconds, we need a timeout. And then they just forgot that you can't dribble. What are you going to do?
Hey, Geno, you discussed the keys as, defending the 3-pointers and keeping them off the foul line. You allowed 11, you made 11 free throws, 13 threes. How do you, kind of think you defended? Were there some shots that you just tip your cap to, or just how would you assess your defense overall?
Well, we had talked about we wanted to neutralize that, try to make as many threes and get to the free throw line as many times, make as many free throws and make as many threes as they did, and then let the chips fall where they may. And I think they made 13 threes, we made 12. And they made 11 free throws. We made 9. But, there was a lot of shots that we needed to make, that we had to make, that we didn't make. And there were shots that they made that were tough shots. And some were wide open shots. That third quarter, it was all wide open shots for them. I mean, if I hadn't subbed and gotten some of those younger guys out there, we could have been down 25. So that was a big moment in that quarter, when that other group came in and gave us a real spurt.
Charlotte.
Hi, Geno. Kind of follow up on the younger spurt. Just Paige again with a crazy active fourth quarter. What you saw from her and how she was able, her and Evina, I guess, to get that run going to get it back.
Yeah, I thought Evina was really, really good the whole game. Really good. That's the best I've seen her play since she's been at Connecticut. In every facet of the game, really, I thought she was terrific. And then, Paige took over the game for a long stretch. And again, when you're trying to come back like that, you need more from more people. And we just didn't have enough, but certainly those two were above and beyond, what we needed them to be.
Alexa.
Hi, Geno. They said on the broadcast that Arkansas had 6 players out due to COVID protocols, and I'm not sure if you can necessarily speak to the issue at Arkansas, but is there anything you can say about, I guess, how you guys felt maybe comfortable playing, or if it had to go through any approvals for you guys to play anything on that issue?
I just go where they tell me to go and play when it's time to play. You know, they said it's fine. You know, so I don't know what their issues were. If you ask me, the wrong guys were in protocol. You know, if the guys who played should have been in protocol. They played great. They're guards. But no, there was no issue on our end. You know, we obviously take every precaution, and our medical staff works with their medical staff. So there was never any thought about that.
Carl.
Geno, you play games like this to find out stuff about your team. Was this, what happened, with the defensive breakdown, something you could see? Was there anything that you really liked, particularly, the freshmen, the ones that came off the bench were really, really active. What did you think?
I thought there were a lot of defensive breakdowns, an awful lot. When you have a team that shoots from the 3-point line as well as they do, there's a tendency to extend your defense because you don't want to get caught late getting to a shooter. So what ends up happening is if there's a drive, you can't rotate down there fast enough. So they caught us a bunch of times on those, and man to man, just being able to guard your man. We have to do a much better job of that, and that's obviously a big area of concern for us going forward. Sometimes, when teams miss a lot of shots, you get lulled into thinking you're a very good defensive team. And obviously tonight, they didn't miss a lot of shots, and it showed. I think, both teams shot the ball, fairly well from the perimeter. We were 33 for 60. They were 33 for 64. So both teams shot the ball great. But, I think that one spurt in the third quarter was the big difference.
Is there stuff you can fix because DePaul will probably be much the same way on Sunday?
Oh yeah. That's what you go to practice for. Address the things that need to be addressed, and try to figure out where defensively you can make some adjustments. Some adjustments you just can't make. There just isn't. There were quite a few times when our big guys came out to help on our ball screen coverage, and their guys just went right around them like they were standing still. So that's an issue. Can that be fixed? I don't know. That's provided the guys doing it want to fix it.
Any other questions for Coach?
Geno, could you just address Olivia's play tonight? I see, she was out there, on the bench for a while. Just your decision to leave her on the bench for a long stretch.
Yeah. I don't think Liv was being very effective. It's plain and simple. And I thought we were better with a smaller lineup. Liv played 20 minutes and got 2 rebounds. So she's going to have to be better. She's going to have to be better. You have to work harder. And I thought Aaliyah gave us better minutes, and then Mir gave us better minutes.
Vicky, you want to go ahead?
Gino, you said that they were going to try to score 120 against you tonight, and you basically weren't kidding. I know you're not surprised by the pace of the game, but just that, can you speak to the pace of that game? That was pretty unbelievable, 90-87. Like, they never took their foot off the pedal for a second.
Yeah, I thought both teams played at a really quick pace. I mean, that's the way we like to play. We like to play quickly. And certainly that's the way they like to play. And again, no surprise at all that the game was played at that pace. You know, they're gonna force you to play a little bit quicker, and we're not really a, sit there, play D, walk the ball up the floor, and then run 30 seconds of half court offense. We're not good enough to do that. We're not experienced enough. We're not good enough, skilled enough with all these young guys to be able to do that. So we were going to play quickly as well. They just played it better than we did tonight.
Any other questions for Coach? All right, thank you. We'll have players out in a couple minutes.
Thank you.
All right. Does anyone have questions for Evina Westbrook or Paige Bueckers? Charlotte, go ahead.
Guys, I guess this can go to both of you. What you feel you personally and the team learned most from tonight's loss?
I think really it starts in practice. A lot of the things that we messed up on and didn't really execute well are the same things that happen in practice. So that's really where it has to start. And we just have to be able to guard people, especially as guards, and contain really just the other team. And we just didn't get it done.
Yeah, I mean, coach screams and wants us to pay attention on discipline and paying attention to details. And you could see in the game tonight that we messed up in some instances in that part. And that happens in practice. He's really hard on us in practice about that. And I don't know, it shouldn't have had to take a loss for us to recognize how important it was, but it's what happened tonight.
Carl, go ahead.
Evina, you guys came back from 10 down, took the lead in the fourth quarter, and Arkansas answered. What does that say about Arkansas, and what's the disappointment there that once you took the lead that you couldn't put it away?
I mean, kudos to them. They were fighting us the whole game. But for us, I mean, we just didn't do what we needed to do on the defense end. People were making really big plays. Paige was knocking down huge shots for us. But defensively, we just kind of crumbled at the end.
Alexa, go ahead.
Evina, the freshmen came in, especially some off the bench like Nika and Mir and Aaliyah before she fouled out, and just put together some really great minutes to help you guys kind of cut the deficit there. What did you just see from them tonight and their ability to step up in a big game setting like tonight?
They gave us a whole new spark, especially on defense. Just they brought a lot of energy. And in the fourth quarter, we needed it badly. They stepped up huge for us, making plays, taking charges. Just being really aggressive. And, I couldn't have asked more for them, especially just being freshmen, but they definitely helped us in a big way tonight.
Anything else for the players? Go ahead, Alexa.
Paige, this is the first time we've talked with you since you hurt your ankle. How are you feeling tonight? It looked like it didn't affect your shooting at all, but how are you feeling coming off of that injury?
I feel like I'm getting better each and every day. Just about doing my rehab, doing my treatment, taking the medicine that I need to take to get back on the court as soon as I can. But now in the game, I mean, the adrenaline kind of carried me through. It's a little sore now, but that's as to be expected, first game back. But I think it's getting better each and every day, so I'm happy about that.
Anything else?
What about Sunday? You're going to say a similar pace, obviously Sunday against DePaul. I know obviously you've played them before, but just is there anything you could take out of tonight that translates over to that game, considering the style that they play?
I think the biggest emphasis is just really going to be keeping people in front of us. Whatever the game plan is, to execute that every time, not just once or twice. We played them before. They love to shoot threes, as Arkansas did. So we're going to have to really contain that next game. So I think those are going to be the key components.
Carl, did you have a question?
I'm good, Anna. Thank you.
Jeff, do you have a question?
Yeah. Evina, someone like Olivia, I mean, obviously she's a proud performer and accomplished player. She sat a lot tonight because she was not effective. As a leader, what do you want to see from her coming back the next game and, in these next few days?
I think Liv knows what she needs to do. And at the end of the day, she just needs to do that. Just be more aggressive and be the best post player that we know that she is every time she steps on the floor. And I think, sometimes she can get away from that. And everyone has their off days, off games. So once she starts trusting herself and believing in herself like we all do, it's going to be great for Liv.
Anything else? All right. Thank you, everyone. We'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you.